August feels like a divine pause where everything starts to make sense again. There's a sense of renewal in the air, a softness in the way the days unfold. It's not loud or dramatic, but subtle and sacred, like the whisper of peace after a long storm. This month carries an energy that says, "You've made it through, now breathe." It invites you to step back into alignment with yourself and what God has promised. There's no rush, only revelation. There's a shift taking place that many won't see coming. It's quiet but powerful. You might wake up one day and feel like everything has changed, not because of a sudden event, but because of the way peace settles in your spirit. You'll notice the chapter has turned without warning, and the weight you've been carrying begins to lift. August has the kind of grace that does more with less. You'll find rest, and in that rest you'll find clarity. It's not just about what's changing externally. Something is stirring within. A spiritual wind is blowing gently through your life. The same breath that breathed life into dust is reviving your dreams. You may feel like nothing has happened yet, but in the spirit, the shift has already begun. Your expectations are being repositioned to match what heaven has already declared over you. This is not coincidence. It's timing, divine, perfect timing. August carries the promise of breakthrough. Not the kind you fight for endlessly, but the kind that finds you after obedience and patience have done their work. Doors that once seemed sealed will quietly swing open. Answers you stopped asking for will appear. And the beauty is, it won't feel forced. It will feel like grace finally catching up with you, like God had it on his calendar all along. There's a soft winning in the air, not a public celebration yet, but an inner knowing that victory is near. You'll feel it in your body, a release of tension, a deeper breath, a lightness you can't explain. You'll sense it in your relationships, where peace begins to replace pressure. You'll feel it in your finances, where provision meets purpose. It's a gentle reminder that God has not forgotten. Rest becomes your strategy this month. In a world that rewards hustle, the Spirit invites you into stillness. Not because you're lazy, but because rest is sacred. It's where God speaks. It's where healing begins. August invites you to stop striving and start trusting. You've done the hard work, now let heaven respond. Watch how things move in your favor when you finally let go. This is a month where God gives freely, not because you earned it, but because He's good. You'll be surprised by how effortlessly certain things fall into place. The job offer, the reconciliation, the opportunity you thought you missed. You'll realize that the wait was never punishment. It was preparation. And now you're ready to receive what's always been yours. Faith is becoming sight. The battle you thought you lost is already turning in your favor. What was meant to break you will only testify to your breakthrough. You'll look around and see evidence of God's faithfulness in every area. He's not just answering prayers, He's exceeding them. And all you have to do is stay present. Stay hopeful. Stay grounded in His Word. There is a divine ease about this month. It's not about chasing. It's about aligning. You're not behind. You're right on time. Every delay had purpose. Every detour had meaning. And now, you're arriving in a space where everything starts to unfold naturally. Life doesn't feel so heavy. Joy doesn't feel out of reach. You're beginning to live in rhythm with heaven. Declarations matter more than ever now. Speak life. Speak favor. Speak victory. What you say in August will echo for months. Don't underestimate the power of your words. Don't let your current situation silence your confession of faith. This is the time to believe boldly, speak confidently, and expect consistently. Heaven responds to faith that refuses to waver. Even if you can't see it yet, believe that it's working. Believe that angels are already dispatched. Believe that heaven has already said yes. You're not waiting for permission, you're walking in promise. There's a divine setup underway. God is orchestrating details you didn't even pray for. Stay in position. Don't let weariness convince you to settle. You'll win this month, not by force, but by faith. Your family will thrive. Your health will improve. Your finances will align. Your peace will return. And in it all, you'll know that it wasn't by your strength. It was God. Always God. That's what makes August so holy. It's not just the blessings, it's the intimacy. He's showing you how close he's always been. There comes a moment when the weight of financial stress starts to break. Not because your bank account suddenly swells, but because your mindset shifts. You begin to see money not as a constant burden, but as a resource meant to serve a divine purpose. In that moment, abundance is no longer a distant dream. It starts flowing from small, consistent changes in how you believe, how you speak, and how you show up for your life. This month invites you to see provision differently. You're stepping into a season where wealth is attracted to you, not chased. When your heart aligns with gratitude and expectation, everything begins to move. Your morning routine becomes sacred, a place where declarations shape your day and faith calls things into existence. There's power in choosing to start your day with intention. You're no longer reacting to lack, you're responding to divine supply. Change often begins invisibly. One day, you'll realize the constant anxiety over bills has been replaced by confidence in provision. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've begun to operate from a place of spiritual certainty. You now understand that lack was never your identity. Abundance is, and the more you align with that truth, the more the evidence of it shows up in your life. The months ahead, August through November, are being paved with intentional blessings. There is movement happening in places you can't see, where obstacles are being removed and opportunities are being planted. You're not just hoping for better, you're preparing for it. Financial peace, answered prayers, surprise breakthroughs, they're already on the calendar. All you have to do is keep showing up with faith. It's not luck, it's alignment. When your actions meet God's timing, results follow. Money begins to find you in unexpected ways. A random refund, a forgotten bonus, a new stream of income. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. The spiritual work you've done is producing fruit. You no longer strive for survival, you're building toward freedom. Sleep no longer feels like an escape, but a place of rest where your spirit resets. While you rest, God works. Answers are forming in the silence. Solutions are being whispered in your dreams. The stress that once kept you up at night begins to dissolve because your trust in the unseen is becoming stronger than your fear of the unknown. The power of divine timing is unfolding. Doors you thought were shut are beginning to unlock. It happens subtly, a phone call, a message, a new connection. What once felt impossible is now within reach, not because you pushed harder, but because you surrendered deeper. When you trust that the right things come at the right time, you stop forcing and start flowing. There's a reminder in the quiet moments. You're not alone. You're being led, guided, covered. Even the setbacks have been part of your setup. What you thought was a delay was divine protection. The detour was actually the direct route to what truly belongs to you. And now, that realization brings peace no paycheck ever could. You've done more than survive. You've transformed. What once broke you has built you. And now, you carry a strength that attracts favor. You're not just ready to receive, you're equipped to sustain. That's why the blessing will stick this time. It's not just about getting through a crisis. It's about walking in consistent overflow. Divine protection is surrounding every area of your life. Even the things you rarely pray about, your home, your travels, your personal possessions, are being watched over. You are safe not because life is predictable, but because your steps are ordered. Nothing formed against you can stand, not when your life is wrapped in divine covering. As you move through your days, you'll start to sense a new kind of confidence. It's not loud or arrogant. It's quiet, steady, and certain. You'll know you're in the right place, doing the right thing, walking the right path. That inner knowing will guide you into rooms you never thought you'd enter, into conversations that shift your trajectory.